Recording in progress.
Bars. All right, well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for some technical difficulties we were having here. I think we got them good to go. But hey, look, this is life. This is business. Sometimes things don't always go your own way, and you gotta, make an executive decision to pivot and do some adjustments. So I think we got everything squared away here. So I want to again do this proper, and again give my man his due justice and give him his due time, so he could definitely be heard for you all's benefit. So I won't go back through the bills paying and all those things, but again, I want to reintroduce him. This individual is a really good friend of mine. We go back a few decades. We met at the start of my sales career on the full-time side of things, but our paths have weaved in and out of this industry over the last few decades. And we've always found our place, ourselves in the same place in a few different times in our lives. But right now, we have found our home. And this gentleman is doing some incredible things. He's originally from the D.C. area. He moved away to South Carolina for a while. Went to college at Shawano, North Carolina. Found his way back home in 1990. For the last 10 years, he's been running a very successful home improvement business for both residential and commercial. So he's around to help you with any of those project needs you might have as well. But by night, for the last 2 years, he is a dynamic, sought-after travel business owner and coach. He recently reached one of the first very significant ranks in our business of a one-star director. And I'll let him tell you a little bit more about what that means and why that's important. But as I stated not too long ago, the ladies pretty much run things over here for now as it relates to this project. But we also want to make sure y'all put some respect on our name, the fellas, because we doing some big things as well. And this gentleman represents that success for us, and I'm so proud of him. I got a lot of respect for him. Y'all, please help me welcome, to the front, my good friend, my partner, Mr. Kevin Peebles.
Appreciate you, sir.
Welcome, sir. Hey, I know you're very busy, so you got a lot going on. He is also, like I said, as a travel business owner and coach, he doesn't sit still. He literally just got back in town less than 24 hours ago, so we were able to work this out for sure, and I'm so grateful for it. What's going on, sir? How you feeling? What's happening? What's going on in your world?
Life is good, brother. I have no complaints whatsoever, but most definitely want to take a few seconds, man, and say thank you for this opportunity to be able to get on a platform with a brother like yourself, man. As you told the people, we have been knowing each other for a while now, and it has always been a pleasure being in your space, the great professional man that you are, brother.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, checks in the mail, man. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, absolutely. So listen, man, you're doing some incredible things, like I said, and I want to, definitely shout you out for the work you do. Full time, folks. He's done everything home improvement related. Get with him if you need him. But we want to talk about this project tonight, man, and the incredible and amazing things that you have done here. Like I said, you're very busy. As a 10-year business owner, you're also a father, a husband. And father of 3 biological kids, as you put it, but 8 total that you have been responsible in playing that father role for. And on top of that, you're now building a dynamic, countrywide or even worldwide travel business ownership. Tell us what that is like, man. What is that experience like, and wearing all those hats and juggling all those things?
Honestly, man, at a young age, I've always loved to travel. So when it came to my vision and to my ears that you could actually be compensated in the travel space, it was a no-brainer for me. We got some great business leaders that we speak to, and one of the things they say, a business like this, you can actually take your brain out your head, and it still will make sense to you, brother. So like I say, this business is a no-brainer.
Absolutely. So that answers my first question as to as to what you saw 2 years ago, because it's been 2 years when you first looked at this opportunity. What made you say yes? But at this point, you are coming up. We are just under 24 months from you. We're about a little over a week away from your official 2-year anniversary, if I remember correctly. What is it now, 2 years later, that still has you 10 toes down, still excited as you are day one and running as hard as you are day one, all about what this opportunity has to offer you. What is it that still, got you going and doing those things now at this point?
Honestly, the ability to help impact households, to be able to show people how, one, you can make money in the travel space. I mean, think about it. The way we're looking at as far as the economy, what's going on with the government and everything like that, people need additional income. And me, yourself, and other folks that are listening to this, we have what people are looking for, and we're ready to show it. And we're ready to give it to them so that they can be successful like we are. So, of course, I love helping people make money. I love helping people be able to travel the world. Of course, I love traveling myself. And most importantly, man, it's a great book out there. It's probably the most read book ever in the world, and will be the most read book ever. It said we should leave an inheritance for our children's children. So I'm so excited that this business opportunity is giving me the opportunity to do that.
No doubt, absolutely. And we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna put a pin in that because that's important about your most recent accomplishment as well. But I think I remember you telling me, because like I said, I've been, we've been cool forever, and I've been watching your journey here for the last few months, man, both on and off social media, and I watched the work you put in, the commitment. The people's lives that you touch, I watch people's faces light up around you when you're in the mix and, working with them and offering them your expertise. But you mentioned not too long ago that when you, in the beginning, there was some reluctance for you. Like you didn't just jump right on when it came to this business opportunity. What was going on there with you? Because that's good stuff for people who, are looking at this for the first time.
Honestly, I thought I was burned out with the industry. And what I realized, I wasn't burned out with the industry. I was burned out from not being with the right people in the industry. But I've done other network marketing opportunities. I'm not going to call any names out. I'm not going to disrespect any companies. But honestly, when I saw this opportunity, one, it made perfect sense because, as I said, I love to travel. I love to make money and save money. But honestly, I can truthfully say, straight face, the people that I'm in business with, like yourself and other hundreds of thousands of folks that I do business with and in business with on a daily basis, man, it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made because there's no jealousy, there's no envy there. We're in it to win it together. So whatever I can do to help you be successful, I'm going to do that. And then whatever you can do to help me be successful, you're going to do that without any hesitation. So we win it together, brother.
100%. 100%. And that's pretty powerful, man, because, like I said, there's a lot of people, and myself included, I'm no different than you. When this came to me for the first time, the industry in itself had its impact on me as to whether or not there was some reluctance in me actually even sitting down.
Yes,
so,
sir.
It wasn't the information that I was reluctant about because I hadn't seen it yet. It was the industry, and there was some hesitance there. But once I saw it, like you, 15 minutes in, just like I said, you could take your brain out, like you said, and it still makes sense. So good stuff. I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. So what have you learned about yourself? You've been in this industry for a while. So, and we all know there's a lot of personal development and growth that comes along with it if you're actually building inside this industry. But within this particular project in the last 2 years, because this is a significant amount of success, I don't know about all the success stories, from your previous experience, but this is a significant amount of success that I know you just accomplished recently. What have you learned about yourself in this particular project compared to everything else in the past?
What's funny is this past weekend in Texas, I was sitting around talking to some business partners. And I said, y'all might not believe this. I really don't like people. And they was like, not possible. I said, I'm telling you, I don't like people. I love people, and I love what the industry allows me to do with people, meaning helping them to be successful and everything like that. Because we are in a people business, man. So, like I said, it has shown me, that when it comes to helping people, it's a great joy for me. When it comes to becoming a leader, as I'm becoming in this industry, man, to help folks, it's an amazing feeling. But also, this industry is also helping me to become a better husband, a better father, and a better man of God, honestly.
Wow. Profound. Love to hear that, man, because, these are all things that are very important in general. It's good to get the bag because of what the bag can do for you, but those other things you just mentioned, husband, father, spirituality, those are things that really set you up for the ultimate long haul, and where you want to be in good standing. So I'm happy to hear you share the impact that it's had on those areas of your life as well. Very powerful stuff. So I got a guess for this next question. I'm a good guess. I can guess what this answer is going to be. But what is the accomplishment thus far that you're most proud of, as it relates to this business?
As you said, Hidden One Star Director, when I looked at the compensation plan a little less than 2 years ago, that was my number one goal. Going up through the ranks, I knew I would make money. I knew it would be a great feeling. But knowing as One Star Director, I have set my family up for financial freedom for the rest of their life, meaning we can leave a will and not a bill. So if something was to happen to me right now, everything that I've done in my business, and as my business continues to grow, because it will grow when I'm gone, that will benefit my wife, my children, and my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren that I'll never get a chance to meet.
So that, my friend, and ladies and gentlemen, is what we call true legacy. So if you could, Mr. Brand New One Star Director, tell us a little bit more about how that is with what this company done. What has Mr. Bradley and Planet Marketing done and set in place once you reach the director level that addresses what you were just talking about?
Yes, sir. As we know, we can't control when our time is going to be. Only the man upstairs knows that. But Mr. Bradley put in place saying, hey, when you come into this business opportunity and you 10 toes down, put your head down and run towards One Star Director and above, he says to you, when you leave this earth, because we are all at a birthday and we're going to also have an expiration date, that he wants to set it up to where when you hit that particular rank, for the rest of your lineage's life, as I said, your children, your children's children's children, or whoever you decide to will your business to, will have the ability to change your name from their check to their name, and it will leave them in position to, as I said, make that income that you started making and now are making. And as I said, that will continue to grow, because what I do know, whether it be my team or your team, when I go to the upper room, they're going to work even harder to make sure that my family's secure for the rest of their life, man. Let's say it's a great feeling.
Absolutely. So you can't really put a price on that, folks. That's something that's extremely powerful. That I have yet to see. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. I have yet to see or come across any opportunity that does that specifically. You all got the will you can set up yourself or whatever you do, but the business says at that time, we are now going to take your payments, your checks, and continue to pay your family or whoever you set as the beneficiary moving forward. No job, no other business or anything I've ever come across has ever offered anything like that. So that's pretty powerful.
Exactly.
So appreciate you sharing that with us, folks. So so knowing what you've done now, you've been able to, now, you've proven to yourself that you can get into that room of where the legacy is left and the director and above. What are you most excited about as far as the future of this opportunity for yourself?
I'm going to be honest, brother. We just getting started. And I'm ecstatic about that. As you said, Hidden One Star Director has been amazing. But why stop at one when 10 stars is waiting for us? And what I mean by that is, the higher I rank, the more people I help. The more people I help, the more the company says, we're going to bless you. The more I'm blessed, the more people I can bless, man. So once again, it's one of those things that's a no-brainer. So as I say, man, we just getting started. I told my leadership, I told the owner of the company, I can guarantee you, one stop is not Kevin's latest stop.
No doubt about it. For some reason, man, I just knew your answer was going to be something like that. Just knowing what I know about you, I knew that your answer was going to fall along those lines, and you're going to do it too. That's the other thing about what I know about you. You're not just saying it because I know you're going to say that. I know you are going to get it done. because I know your work ethic, I know your character, I know what you mean to the people that you lead, that join you. So it's a no-brainer to the fact of whether or not you're going to get it done or not. So tell us a little bit about this event this weekend you just went to. Like, this was our, for those you don't know, we just celebrated, we're right around celebrating 10 years as a business this month. So there's several anniversary events taking place this quarter. So he just went to one of the main ones this past weekend in Dallas, Texas, I believe. But he spent the weekend there. Tell us a little bit about that event, man, and what you took from it. What it means to you going forward.
Brother, to say amazing would be an understatement. It was hundreds upon hundreds of people from all over the United States that came to this event in Dallas, Texas. We was at the Gaylord, which was amazing also. And it was just one of those events that where you just shake your head and say, Mr. Bradley, he just gets better and better, man, because we did our convention back in September, and now you come to October, and we're celebrating that 10 years. You say, man, and I know it's not a word, but it just gets gooder and gooder, brother, because, as I said, there were hundreds of people there, like-minded individuals that was hungry for success. And that morning, Saturday morning, we had, directors meetings. We had meetings with the bigger team, man, and the millionaires and the six-figure income earners just poured into us with the wealth of knowledge, what made them successful, and what's going to make the company even more successful in the future. And then later on that night, we celebrated like rock stars. When I say, as I say, Mr. Grady knows how to put an event together, him and the company. Never seen anything like it before in my life, brother. So it was amazing.
Man, I had no idea, honestly, that the event was going to be that type of an event. I'm back here this weekend watching videos and pictures. I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be in Dallas. But what I can tell you guys is that there is no shortage of events on a regular basis, and like you said, they just keep getting better and better and better. Like, there's always something going on where not only are you going to get the knowledge, but you're going to have an absolute blast. I mean, we have a ton of fun doing what we do. So that was just another one of those events, and of course, it was a celebration for 10 years in business and a lot of the success that we've had. So again, I appreciate you doing that. So tell me anything you want to share, Kevin, because your story is phenomenal. You have already separated yourself from the masses of the 140,000 agents we have worldwide. There's not a whole bunch of people who will put in the work to do what it takes to have the level of success you're having, and not to whatever level of success they want to have, it's up to them. But you've already separated yourself from the masses. So I appreciate being able to have you and be able to prick your brain tonight. So what would you want to share with the individuals who are just kind of on the outside looking in, whether it's your background, my background, or whoever, just kind of watching and seeing what's going on, seeing what you're doing, running around, having fun, and ranking up, making money. What would you want to say to those individuals, from the outside who are looking in? What would you want to share with them?
Honestly, get off the sidelines. Get in contact with yourself, get in contact with me, and allow us to show you what we're so excited about. And what's beautiful about this, you hear people say, I'm too busy. This business is perfect for folks that are busy. You hear people who say, I don't know if it's something I can do. I can honestly tell you, travel sales itself. It's the largest sector industry in the world. By none. Billions of dollars are being spent in travel. And honestly, because of our leadership team, because of the people that we're in business with, as I said, you're in business for yourself, but you will never, ever, ever be by yourself. So one thing I believed in at an early age, and thank God I was smart enough to realize it, is I'm going to bet on myself before I bet on anybody else. So I give that advice to each and everybody that's listening to this call. But most of all, to the men, be the man that God created you to be, for sure. and take charge of your household if you have it. And realize something. Travel has no gender on it. Money has no gender on it, for real. As you started this out with, the women are running and ruling this industry. But there are some men that are having great success in it also, and there's more room for other men to come in and join with us and lock on with us for sure. So realize, to my brothers and to the men out there, this is not just a female business. Yourself, Tar, myself, and others said, hundreds upon hundreds of other brothers having great success in this business, and we're ready to lock on with some other great men to do the same thing. And to our queens, keep doing your thing, but we coming also.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Absolutely. We are coming. We are coming. And, I appreciate you sharing the busy piece, man, because look, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if it gets busier than a husband, a father of 8, a man active in his spirituality, a man running a full-time home improvement business, and who just put in the work to cross the finish line as a one-star, well, not the finish line, let's say the start line, as a one-star director. So, so that's busy, folks, for you. So he's doing some incredible things. So that's an incredible example. So one last piece of that, we talk to the people who are still on the outside looking in, and I appreciate those words of wisdom because that was powerful. Now, for the brothers and sisters who are the kings and queens, I should say, who are already a part of the team, who are, the brand new travel agents, the brand new who just went bronze, silver, gold, and who aspire to reach the level you just reached as a fresh one-star director who just put that work in across the line. What words of encouragement, advice, would you share with those individuals who are on that path right now and running for that goal?
Never, ever, ever give up. I have a saying, some will, some won't, so what next? And I say that because in an industry like this, when you're dealing with people are going to be people. You're going to get some people that's going to see it quick, fast, easy, and you're going to get some people that are skeptical, that are hesitant, that just don't believe. But run your race, show and prove. Something I can guarantee with you, Tar, and something I can guarantee with myself and other folks. People are looking. People are watching us on social media. I'm getting calls and text messages already. Man, I'm watching you, what you're doing and everything like that. So they sitting back watching. Give them something to watch. If they say no to you, it's all good. Every no gets you closer to a yes. And as I said, one of the greatest things I will tell you is never, ever, ever give up. You was planted and put on this world to be successful. And I can guarantee you, if you don't give up, if you allow yourself to be coachable and teachable and willing to learn from the greats that are doing this, that's showing me and Tar how to be successful in it, it can happen for you. So Rome was not built in a day. Please realize that. And the last thing I say, a business like this is not a sprint. It is a marathon. So never give up. Keep going, and I can guarantee you'll be successful.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, one-star director Kevin Peebles. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're an awesome guest. I appreciate your nuggets. We can't get enough of that. I mean, you really set this second half of the season off for us. And wrapping up here, folks, I do want to go ahead and pay the bills as I must, as we do. This episode, of course, is brought to you by TravelWithTarek.com for all your travel needs. Go in there and request for a quote. Use our booking engine. If you're the DIY traveler, go ahead and click on that. But more importantly, as you heard and listened tonight, if getting paid to book travel and getting on the money-making side of travel makes sense to you, there's a button at the bottom of the page that does says get paid to book travel. Get all the information, the details you need there. So shout out to TravelWithTarek.com. We're also brought to you tonight by the Immaculate Inception. I want to shout out my folks who just launched their path and their journey to achieve their goals over the next several months. This is a group of achievers, business owners, health and fitness seekers, life changers, travel business owners, certification seekers who have all bonded together as a unit to support each other and encouraging each other and hold each other accountable to reach these goals. You can follow them under the hashtag Immaculate Inception on my page. I'm really excited for these individuals. Congratulations for what you're doing there. Big things to come there, especially as I run to catch this gentleman here on the other side of the screen. That's in the works as well. So I thank you so, so much. And one last thing, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned always, Facebook and its infinite knowledge no longer holds lives more than 30 days. So please follow us on All Around the World with Tarek on YouTube as well, where all episodes are stored permanently, including this one later tonight. Thank you so much, as always, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We know you could spend the last 30, 40 minutes of your time doing anything in the world, so we certainly appreciate it, you sharing it with us. Thank my guest, Mr. Kevin Peoples. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next week. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, folks.